What's going on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be talking about demographics with Turo, additional drivers on a trip, and the commitment that they're looking for from you. Now, on to the intro. Welcome to Supreme Vision and Solutions. I'm Soul Supreme, entrepreneur and writer. On this channel, I give tutorials on life hacks, how to start a business, how to maintain your business, and how to stay motivated while being an entrepreneur. This video is part 4 of my how-to in starting your Turo business installment, and we're going to be getting into additional drivers, best places to rent, demographics, and the commitment Turo expects from you as a host. So let's get into it. So we know that some areas are better than others in general, but to know which areas are best for you to become a renter for Turo can be beneficial. Knowing these areas will increase your chances of your rental turnaround time, your revenue, and your probability of return rentals. So don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you can get notified each time I upload a new video. It's appreciated. So I did some research and I found that another issue people are having with Turo is simply the area that they're renting in. Now we must still keep in mind that it is ultimately up to the actual driver and their level of integrity when they're renting your car. But key factors like demographics and placement is helpful. As with any business, everything is dependent on your customer or your clients. So if you lack clientele or customers, of course you won't bring in any revenue. Demographics can also increase your chances of getting renters who may take better care of your car during their rental period. So let's take a look at the top 5 areas to list on Turo. I've added the complete top 25 areas listed in the description box below. Number 5, so Honolulu. Honolulu is not only known for its amazing views, but believe it or not, it is great for Turo as well. Honolulu has over 60 cars listed for Turo and is performing at the top 5%. Honolulu, that's where it's at. If you're in Honolulu, check it out, do some research, and maybe you'll be able to list your car there and have some success. Moving on to number 4, Miami, baby. Yes, the party capital, well, the party capital of Florida. Lush palm trees, luxurious beaches, and the Strip is always live and packed. Miami is listed at number 4 for the top cities for Turo with over 65 cars listed and rising and performing in the top 3%. So we already know Miami is coming for that number 1 spot. So if you're in the Miami area thinking about looking to make some extra income, check Turo out, okay? Now we're going to keep it moving along with number 3 is Las Vegas. Gambling dreams, and of course the city of no sleep. If you've ever been on the Strip in the heat, then you know that walking might not be such a good idea, especially if you're just visiting or you're living there during the peak season. And for that reason alone, we give Las Vegas number 3 on this list, with over 90 top cars listed on Turo, ranking at 8% top performing. So if you're in the Las Vegas area, again looking to make some extra income, try out some Turo, list your car on Turo in Las Vegas and see how the Strip does for you. So coming in at number 2, we have San Francisco. San Fran is 100 of their top cars are on Turo and they're performing at the top 16% of Turo. San Fran hills, very steep hills, and beautiful lush valleys. So if you're in the San Francisco area, do some research, check it out, list your car on Turo, and let us know how it does for you. And at the number 1 spot, of course, we have Los Angeles. I mean, come on, are you really surprised Los Angeles is number 1? I really wasn't. It's ranked in the top cities to list your cars for 2021 for Turo. They have over 200 cars listed, performing at the top 7%. Los Angeles is the best place by far to list your car. If you find that you're not on any of these lists, don't worry, it's no biggie. You can just pave your own way and make whatever city you're in the top Turo city. So if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll let you know the best car to list for Turo for 2021. Now we're going to move on to additional drivers. When it comes to additional drivers on a trip, you want to make sure that you relay to your guests a few things. They must be the one to pick up and return your car, and you can't add an additional driver, only the renter can. It's weird, right? I know. The primary driver is the one who is financially responsible for the entire trip if any of the incidents occur during the trip. So the guests can add up to 8 additional drivers, but each one of them must pass Turo's verification and validation process before being added, and they must also have a Turo account. So if they do add an additional driver, Turo will notify you about any additional drivers that have been added during their renter's trip, and they'll also list the names and with some details added for each trip. So if they add additional driver during the trip, remember they have to go through an approval process, And that sometimes will take longer to even add that person to the additional trip, so I wouldn't even worry too much about it. It may seem a little unsettling that the renter can add an additional driver and you can't control whether or not you can approve it or not, but Turo still requires them to go through the same approval process as the original guest who requested the trip. So you do have some type of cushion for your own safety and concerns if those are the issues that you're having. And Turo also makes sure that it goes through the same background verification process. Their license has to be valid. And if they are adding these additional drivers when you're dropping the car off, the same people who they have listed on their additional driver trip, you still want to make sure that you re-verify their ID and verification when you're dropping the car off to your renter. So what's the best car for Turo in 2021 so far? Drum roll please. It's the Jeep Cherokee or the Jeep Wrangler. Turo has ranked this the best car based on statistics and results. The cost to make repairs is pretty inexpensive compared to other cars, and it's rugged and can handle any rough terrain or any rough rider just a little bit better than most cars. So in the next video, we're going to dive deeper into the top cars for Turo, or which cars are best. Should I use a cash car, the car I currently own, or lease a car to rent it out? I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.